Hello, welcome back to part 2 on the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Adventure. Previously, we launched off Snowbank, did a portage into Disappointment, made it all the way through Disappointment, did a portage to Ashub, 5.8 miles. Here's the morning of day 2. Alrighty, we're getting started off right. Grabbed our coffee pot. Let's head on down to the water, grab our good scoop of water, and make some coffee. Checking on our cooler here. Our water cooler looks good. We just made a little cove of rocks and submerged our food into the water. I'm checking everything out here, making sure no wildlife got up into our canoes or went digging for anything. And we're going to scoop up our water here. Looks like I got a little bottom feeders in there, so I dumped it out and grabbed a good top water. Let's hoof it on back up this hill. I'll show you later on in the video this trail better in daylight. There's their camp over there. Here's the fire pit. My camp was just down there by the water on the hill. Let's get this coffee on and rolling, huh? Hope you guys enjoy this sunrise like I did. Well, looky there, that solo rider fishing for breakfast. I believe he got a bass. This was an hour or two later. We were on Ahsub going to Jitterbug. That's where we're headed next. I wanted to do some fishing. So Big Smokey and me, we went on to the next lake. It was a very short portage to Jitterbug. And we fished that for an hour or so.
Both got caught like that.
This was still on Ahsub, and we're gonna make our way to Jitterbug here. Hopefully this footage isn't too discombobulating for you guys. Just thought I'd get a different perspective on my trolling motor skills. I done fixed my oar, everybody. I done did it. What I did yesterday was I chopped up a birch log. I didn't want it too heavy. I chopped it up probably, a little less than wrist size, a little bit more, about a $50 size. I split it in half, and then I glued it to both sides of the oar. Then I used some paracord and cinch knotted it around it, which also gave it some grip. And then I used Flex Seal tape and some Flex Seal glue. And I think I even had some electrical tape for bandages, But I fixed it, and look at her go. She's done good going here, huh? That swirl pattern, I was just mesmerized by that almost the whole trip. But we're trolling here for trouts, headed on over to Jitterbug Lake so I can dip my line in the water too. Had to check out, make sure everything was good. Yep.
Right, somewhere.
Well, here we are making our way up to the Narrows, up to the Portage from Ahsub to Jitterbug. These chickadees are beautiful.
Huh? Really cool that we saw the otter.
Here we are at the Portage. We had it nice and late, so we just picked her up and hoofed it on over. It was pretty quick. I want to say it was a 15 rod Portage. Through the narrows up onto Jitterbug Lake over here. To the left is where we got to go next Portage, but we just decided to throw our rods in, get our hooks wet, and see what we could do. Big Smoky here, he wanted to give my pedal a try, and here you could see the duct tape and the electrical tape and whatnot. Yeah, he said it was good throwing, so handed it back to me. We were out here for almost an hour. Give it a good go. Had to push back some of this moss, and then we hoofed it back on to Ahsub, up and over this 15 rod Portage. Big Smoky and I, we met back up with Solo Rider. Here he comes on in. Here you can see Big Smoky just pulling water right out of the lake. We had one of these life straw bottles. I think we all had one. Solo Rider had the bag kind. He didn't really like that, but I really like life straw. Burned yourself?
A little fucking coal stuck to it.
Dude, you got a selfie stick.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, I wish I had one.
I didn't know I had one.
Oh.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Fucking right.
Huh?
Fucking right.
Fucking right, though.
Make sure you don't cross my
You're gonna watch me catch a fucking monster.
That's,
Make sure you don't cross my line.
that's what I'm fucking hoping for, dude. We're behind us.
I'm like kind of right behind. Where you at? Yeah, we're behind.
Yeah.
My shit real deep, so it's back there too.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine's not that deep.
Wow. Let it slow down for me.
Yeah.
Rattle here a little bit.
Oh yeah. There. The wind's helping us.
It would have been another beautiful day coming in though.
Oh, definitely. As we slow roll it across Ahsub, he threw on a different bait, tried to catch something, I don't even think he caught Solo Rider. I don't even think he caught a bass this morning. I think we got skunked once again. Ahsub, I don't know how to fish for trout, and I don't think we had the right lures for them. Plus, it was colder than what you would think this time of year. So they were probably running real deep. Here you can get a good view of my tarp. I was right there on the edge. As we roll back into camp. Here I go throwing a rock, get a couple skips in as Solo Rider comes on in here. Look at that canoe. That's one of those ultralights. And here we go up the trail as promised. So the test run on my oar was a success. We decided to make some pancakes and I think some sausage. And we packed up camp and got ready to head on out to Jordan Lake. Here's a good view of my paddle. Did you see it there? Split birch, some flex tape, some paracord, and fixed it right up, huh? Comfort's the name of the game when you're the trolling motor, so that's what I done did. I got comfortable and hit her hard. We're headed to Jordan. This here is the north side of Jitterbug, making our way across to the Portage of Adventure Lake. Here we are getting all ready to make this 40-rod portage to Adventure Lake. At Jitterbug, we just kept everything all in the kayak and we hoofed it on over, fully loaded with the kayak. it wasn't too bad, but this time we thought we had some gusto with it, but we didn't, so we had to do multiple runs with it. And here we come like a herd of turtles, huh? Getting all loaded up at the Venture Lake, making sure everything's situated, leveled off. I believe the wind was starting to pick up here. We headed north to Catyman Lake. Man, look at this giddy up, huh? What a gypsy. Yeah, to take the shawl off, get some sun on these shoulders, some good vitamin D, you know? Here we are on the north side of Adventure. It's a nice quick little portage. It's like a beaver dam block in this here. So we just hoofed it on across to get the heavy stuff out, left the lighter stuff in, picked her up and hoofed it across. This is Catyman. There's some falls on the northwest side of the lake, but we're headed northeast. There's rapids towards the northeast. Had to check out to see if we could make it, walk it through, and we couldn't, so we had to unload. This is a 58-yard portage right along the river around these rapids into Jordan Lake. This portage was harder than you thought, you know. We carried as much as we could and set stuff along the road on the way, so you'll see a pile or two here and there.
Definitely a fucking cool portage. Yeah. Did you look down over here?
Yeah.
It's all dammed up.
Yeah, walk around it.
Walk across it.
We could fucking easily skinny our way around it, I think. Right, Andy?
Maybe.
Oh, come on.
I gotta look at it more.
Rapide fucking...
Rapides! Expato! Rapides!
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that would.
Anyway. Or if this is getting dammed up by a fucking beaver.
Maybe beaver.
I didn't drop my life jacket this far back to that.
I brought it.
Oh, did you?
Hey, I did.
Jesus Christ, you had more shit than I did. I tried. Couldn't get it. My fucking chair fell.
Well, every foot matters, boys.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna try to do everything in one.
Yeah, I was too.
You're struggling a little bit at some point. I'm glad I didn't take that much.
Yeah, it was a little bit
My
like
shit with my sleeping bag fucking hard enough that it fucking needs gay.
I think huge, thick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, it feels like I'm not even fucking sleeping on the ground.
I hope we get a good spot where we have some like nice cushiony grass.
I know.
Shade.
Shade.
Shade sounds good too. But
Good
does
shade
sound
with
bad
some-
for bugs.
Shade with some breeze.
I like those beautiful little blue butterflies. They're mild.
Yeah, well, those are
Like
pretty
light
cool.
purple.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
See a lot of them.
This trail must be kept up or traveled quite often. Looks like they began with just the rock roll on the sides.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
You get a hole in the bag?
Yep.
Really? Yeah, mine broke off.
Hmm?
Yeah?
Hmm?
It's a 50 rod?
58.
58.
Not bad.
The rod's what, 15 feet?
Yep.
15 and a half. Average canoe. Yeah. Holy speed out. Walk right in. Yeah, buddy. See maybe there. Bend over. I think I got a hole.
Where? You really do?
No, there's water in the back there though.
Okay. You got that?
Yeah, I'll be able to get this.
Okay. There and back again. This here was the last portage of the day for sure. Because the next lake we got is Jordan Lake, and we didn't like the first camp we came up upon, so we went just a little farther down the way and we got to the second camp, and we really enjoyed that one. It was a peninsula facing the north, so we had good sun to the east, and there was a little bit of a marsh to the west, so it made for cool comfort. Thank you. Huh? Here's Jordan Lake. We just got done hauling all of our stuff. We gotta go back and grab the canoe. Oh, you were on my 6, bro.
Huh?
He was on my 6. Hard, solid 6. Not like those normal 6. Like one of those big fuckers.
Huh? Cool spot.
Yeah, it is. We'll come back, check it out.
Dragon points on this fucker.
Fuck yeah, it is. Especially up here. Gassy.
Oh yeah, it's just like that.
Yeah, owl pellet. I was just gonna say that.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those.
I did a
Dissected a few
science fair project.
in wildlife biology.
Yep. Same.
I'm not sure what the fuck we dissected. I don't remember.
Frog.
See right there? But that looks different.
Just gonna leave you guys here for a good minute or 3 while we go grab the canoe. Hopefully this isn't too jarring for you guys, me putting you into the mount. I'm just gonna leave her in here, let it run. Here comes Solo Rider with all the water and some toilet paper, huh? Thank you, bud. Like a herd of turtles, here we come.
You want to stop?
Last portage of the day. Let's throw this canoe up in here, get loaded, and head on out to camp.
Oh yeah, it's swelling up now.
Yeah, let's load up. Let's load you up, and then we'll load me up after we get that rock over. Have you boys seen my life jacket? My life jacket, have you seen it? You know what one I'm talking about. Fucking for real, that one, you know what one around your neck? Yeah, my life jacket, guys. I'm missing it. For real.
Mine on the other hand.
I thought it was Lucas's, so I put it by his.
Nice. Alright boys, I'm gonna go check out the left one.
Alright, see you in a bit.
What should we do after we check them out? Are we gonna meet somewhere?
That's either you come back or we come to you. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, yeah, if you don't like what you see, come our way. Oh, judgmental. Senor.
Yeah.
Much love.
Hasta luego. Amigos.
Alright. You can help him too. I'm gonna move you to direct it. Okay. No push?
I can't fucking move.
Oh, now.
No, the rock is
How lazy go? Hold on. Okay, right there. Right there. Stay. Just a sec. What?
Yeah, they have pictographs on a few different lakes around here. Could be.
Looks like different animal prints.
Look at the pile of stuff we got up in this canoe, huh? Here I come. I'll grab you guys and we'll head off. Well, we made it onto Jordan Lake. We're on the water. My memory card filled up and I didn't want to open it, you know, while on the water. So we'll make it to camp here and set up. And then I'll show you around. in the next video for sure. Here we are at camp. I like to start off with my tarp, you know, because I like extra rain protection, good shade protection. And I'm just running a drawstring through both sides for rigid stability. Then I'll go to each corner, and then I grab a half dead tree and prop up a corner, so then I got good drainage to one side. See how I made like a triangular shape here? And then I'll use a stick to tighten it, and then I want to say I just went down to the ground with a rock, and now I'm going to, I cut down one tree. I used the top half of it for a longer tensioning pole, and now I'm getting my tent up in there. This is my preferred setup for when I tent. You can see Solo Rider back there fishing. And then, yeah, I just clean up everything, make sure everything's up under cover, and away we are set up. Here we are, get a little more up close and personal view. Got my chair here for when we're cleaning fish and whatnot. I like to put my tent cover to make sure people can see where they're going. I got my snow pants and night gear right there hanging up. Here's my tent with all my gear, sleeping bag, pillow. And here's the view I got right outside my tent. This is face to the north. Here's the setting sun. We were on the water all day today. Wore out again. There's the boys over there, closer to the fire. They're more night owls than me. I prefer the early mornings. So they like to be closer to the fire, and I like my privacy. That's day 2 out in the woods, getting out to camp. Here's the nighttime. Tune in for more adventures. Here's our recap. We started off at Ahsub Lake here. We're going up through the Narrows into the Jitterbug here. We made it north up through Jitterbug, made it onto Adventure Lake, and then we did the 58-yard portage here to Jordan Lake. We went south past that peninsula onto this peninsula. We will be at this camp for 3 or 4 days before we start headed back. Just over 3 miles of travel today. Hope you guys tune in next time. Thanks for watching. Get out in the woods and enjoy.